Hi, welcome to Cookie Questions. I'm your host, Hugh Miller, and tonight we are featuring three outstanding celebrities. First, we have James Dean. Buddy Holly. And last but not least, Jack Butler. Okay, well, first question I would like to ask you, gentlemen, is where were you born and raised? Now, we will start with James, and then Buddy, and then Jack. Well, Hugh, I was born on February 8th, 1931, in Marion, Indiana, but I moved to Los Angeles. Interesting. Now, Buddy?
I was raised in Lubbock, Texas. I was the fourth child in my family, and I was born on September 7th, 1936.
Okay, now Jack?
Well, Huey. I was born in Oakland, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh. Go Steelers. And I was born on November 12th, 1927.
Now, the second question I would like to ask you, gentlemen, is about your childhood. Now, we will start with Jack on this question, then go to James. So, Jack?
I grew up in the streets of Pittsburgh, went to elementary school and high school in Pittsburgh. After high school, I went to St. Bonaventure University, and that's how my career started as a football player.
Really? Wow. Buddy?
Well, you see, growing up, I grew up in a musical family. Everyone in my household played a musical instrument of some sort. I started off by playing the piano and the fiddle, and started to get that whole musical knack thing going on. And I started playing guitar after watching my brothers play it, and I was just kind of thought that was neat, and so I started playing it. I started singing too around the same time. I went through high school. I had that little rebellious edge, and that kind of helped create an icon for me later in my career and everything like that. And during high school, I played a little bit, like just performances here and there. And just one time, I played with me and my friend Bob. We were called Buddy and Bob. We performed on a local television show, and it was just kind of like one of the first real performances I ever had growing up. And then my career just kind of started taking off from there.
I never would have thought that about you. How about you, James? In high school, I was really an exceptional student. I played varsity basketball and baseball and competed in public speaking. I also studied drama as well. I went to Santa Monica College, majored in pre-law. I transferred to UCLA for one semester and changed my major to drama. And I was picked from a group of 350 actors to portray Malcolm in Macbeth. In January 1951, I dropped out of UCLA to begin my acting career. Very interesting. Okay, now the last question I would like to ask you, gentlemen, is just to discuss your careers. Now we will start with James and go to Jack. So, James, how's your career going? My first television appearance was on a Pepsi Cola commercial. My first speaking part was as John the Beloved Disciple in Hill Number 1. And someone who really helped me when I was struggling to get jobs in Hollywood was Rogers Brackett. He was a radio director for an advertising agency, and he advised me to move to New York City, which I did, and I found success there. I appeared in several CBS television episodes, and I also made some movies that are famous, such as Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden.
I like Rebel Without a Cause. I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you. You, buddy?
Probably one of the hardest things getting into the music industry is getting noticed or getting yourself out there, and that was definitely something that all musicians struggle with at some point. And as I said, I performed on some local television and radio shows, but the thing that really got me noticed was when I opened up for Elvis. And I actually did twice, and that really helped get my name out. And during one of those performances, Eddie Crandall noticed me and decided to sign me on to his record company, which was Decca Records. And it was there that they actually misspelled my name Holly instead of Holley, and that's kind of how that all got started. And while I was there, I didn't really come up with any popular songs, and nothing. It wasn't really clicked. There just wasn't what the creative atmosphere that I was looking for. And so I decided to move record companies, and there was a couple other popular songs going around at the time, and they were made by Norman Petty. And I decided I met him and decided to record a few songs with him, and at that point I had started a new band called we didn't have our name at the time, but we were later to be called the Crickets, and it was with Nick Sullivan was the rhythm guitarist, and Joe B. Mulvin was the bassist. And after we recorded the song "That'll Be the Day," Norman Petty decided to sign us for his company, and he gave us the title "The Crickets," because I was still technically speaking signed to Decca Records, so they couldn't use Buddy Holly in the name. And so "That'll Be the Day" was probably one of the most popular songs I've ever performed, and it topped the U.S. bestsellers, and it was on top of the UK charts for 3 weeks, and that was probably after that everything just took off from there. And I even ended up performing that along with another one of my famous songs, Peggy Sue, on the Ed Sullivan Show. And I started touring all over the world. I started touring in Australia, UK, America, just everywhere. And I made another popular song called "Every Day," and everything just kind of took off from there. And it's been fantastic.
Oh, really? How about you, Jack?
After my visit to St. Bonaventure University, I was recommended to go to the Steelers training camp by Dan Rooney, the brother of Art Rooney Sr., and that's where my career started to begin. I was an undrafted free agent, and I started as a wide receiver and cornerback. Then in 1956, I was named second team overall NFL, and in 1957, I was ranked first team All NFL, same as in 1958. And in 1959, I suffered an injury from the Philadelphia Eagles. Pete Retzlaff rolled on my knee, ending my career. Sadly.
Great. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Now, just the final question I would like to ask is if any of you gentlemen have any projects coming up, doing anything special. James, how about you?
Yeah, I have a new movie coming up called Giant. I hope it will be a big hit.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you guys are all invited.
Well, thank you. I will definitely be there.
I will try.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably go. How about you, buddy?
I'm going on the Winter Party Dance Tour very soon. My next venture is in Moorhead, Minnesota. Me and a couple buddies of mine are going to fly there. It's going to be fun.
I heard it could get pretty cold up there up in the winter months. Yeah, I'll make sure to bring my parka. Jack, how about you?
I heard that I may become part of the Blusto Scouting Combine, and hopefully that goes well for me.
I hope so too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. Well,
This has been Cookie Questions
with Hugh Miller. Good night.
down this compliment. Okay, ready?
It's not gonna work.
I got it. You got to just fit the wrist.
Oh!
Oh, it's it didn't need to take a while.
Get it off.
Alright, just keep it off then.
Like a hair.
What should I do this?
I'm filming.
Oh, hello.
You can see Ricky. Ricky, get out of the shot. Get out of the shot, okay? Get out of the shot, Ricky.
The first time I actually performed was in high school with my friend Bob, and we made like.
Sorry about that.
Try to stop me, Evan. I'm a rebel without cause.
I started to sing and everything. This all kind of came together in one nice package.
Why did you look at me? You know, just came together.
Did I?
Just like died.
So all I'm saying, because when I get to Bob, you're gonna want to laugh.
No, I didn't even laugh last time. You laughed.
We got like a little group called Buddy and Bob, and that's kind of where.
Come on, man.
Can't do Bob.
It's literally